The 47 billion rand guarantee facility will allow Transnet to borrow money, with creditors understanding that the government has guaranteed the repayment of whatever money they lend to Transnet. National Treasury stated that the purpose of the guarantee was to enable the state-owned company to deal with its short-term liquidity issues, adding that it's agreed to Transnet borrowing 22.8 billion rand using the guarantee to settle imminently maturing debt. However, there are concerns that this facility is simply shifting around debt rather than addressing the company's logistical deficiencies.
So I think the debt that Transnet, and I think the PIC is the other party in this whole equation. So I think the debt that Transnet owes to PIC will simply be rolled over, will be extended, and this is what this guarantee is going to be used for primarily, the first 22 billion at least. After that, Transnet needs some cash, actual money, in order to run its operations. And if they are going to use the rest of this 47 billion for that, then that means that we'll have to go and borrow more money. But I'm afraid I don't think the market will be prepared to lend more money to Transnet. And I've got a suspicion that the rest of this 47 billion rand will be used to borrow more money, probably from the PIC. So what is happening here, I think, is that the civil servants, their pension fund, the civil servants pension fund run by the PIC, is actually lending money, or is going to lend money to Transnet in order to pay for its, existing loans that is going to be rolled over, plus additional loans.
Treasury says that the guarantee framework agreement with Transnet comes with strict conditions, the details of which were not specified, adding that these can be reviewed and amended at any time. While this short-term relief has been given to Transnet, stakeholders along the transportation value chain are left frustrated that more isn't being done to deal with the actual fixing of infrastructure to improve operations at the country's ports.
Is that money first going to go and deal with things of the past? It's not going to deal with what we're struggling with now. So that's of concern. We've heard Transnet saying, well, they need new equipment, blah, blah, and they need to do this, and they need to refurbish that. And here's this huge appropriation from Treasury, and that's a lot of money. 47 billion rand's a lot. And you take half of that, and you say, well, we're first dealing with debt that we haven't been able to settle. Then the question is raised, and that's what the association is saying. Are we going to see something similar to SAA, where there's just this endless, bottomless pit into which money is poured, and the money doesn't actually make a difference in the operations?
Meanwhile, the congestion at the country's ports continues unabated, adversely affecting supply value chains, with retailers unsure whether they'll get their goods in time. And the logistical difficulties are costing the economy billions of rand. Nompumelelo Siziba, SABC News, Johannesburg.